What makes a pickup truck truly unforgettable? Is it rugged performance, sleek design, or perhaps its quirky charm? Join us as we embark on a journey through American automotive history to uncover the 20 most eccentric and downright goofy pickup trucks ever to hit the roads. Number 20. 1939 Hudson Big Boy. The Hudson Big Boy was a line of pickup trucks introduced back in 1939. There were two main types, the earlier and rarer Series 98 and the more common Series 58 that came after World War II. These trucks were powered by a type of engine called an inline six, which means the cylinders are arranged in a single line. Initially, Hudson offered both half-ton and three-quarter-ton versions of these pickups, but after the war, only the three-quarter-ton was available. They were built on either a 116-inch or 128-inch wheelbase chassis. What made them stand out was their front suspension system called Auto Poise Front Wheel Control, which was different from what most trucks had at the time. However, during their production years from 1939 to 1947, these trucks gained a reputation for their sturdy build and reliable performance. One customized 1947 Hudson Big Boy pickup is particularly noteworthy. It features a Ford engine with special aftermarket parts like an Offenhauser intake manifold and a 4-barrel Holley carburetor. This custom job also includes a Ford 4-speed manual transmission. Number 19. 1981 Jeep CJ8 Scrambler. The Jeep CJ8 Scrambler was a special kind of pickup truck made by American Motors Corporation from 1981 to 1986. It was like a mix between a regular Jeep and a small truck, aiming to attract people who wanted something practical and versatile. One special thing about the Scrambler was its engines. Depending on the year, you could get different options. At first, from 1981 to 1983, it came with a 151 cubic inch GM Iron Duke 4-cylinder engine. Later, starting in 1984, it got an upgrade to an AMC 150 cubic inch inline 4-cylinder engine, which was also used in later Jeep models. There was also a bigger option, a 4.2-liter inline 6 engine. The Scrambler had a longer wheelbase than regular Jeeps, about 103.5 inches, and a special truck-style bed that was about 40 inches long and 60 inches wide. This made it good for carrying stuff while still being able to handle rough terrains. Plus, you could take off the roof and doors for a more open driving experience. Because not many were made, the Scrambler has become a sought-after model for both Jeep fans and collectors of classic trucks. It's not super rare, but its limited production numbers make it special to those who love Jeeps and old trucks. Number 18. 1978 GMC Caballero. The GMC Caballero, introduced in 1978, was a series of vehicles that combined features of a coupe and a utility truck, taking over from the GMC Sprint. It was essentially a fancier version of the Chevrolet El Camino, sharing many of its mechanical components with the Chevy Malibu sedan. The production of the GMC Caballero spanned from 1978 to 1987. Under its hood, it offered a range of engine options. These included a base engine, a 250 cubic inch overhead valve inline 6, which was the standard choice. For those desiring more power, there were small block V8s in 307 and 350 cubic inches, as well as big block V8s in 402 and 454 cubic inches. In terms of horsepower, the ratings varied depending on the engine and the year. In 1971, horsepower ratings from 145 for the inline 6 to 365 for the 454 V8. However, by 1972, the ratings switched to net figures, which accounted for all installed accessories and emission controls. At this point, horsepower figures range from 110 for the 6-cylinder to 270 for the 454 V8. Transmission options for the Caballero included a 3-speed automatic, a 3-speed manual, and a 4-speed manual. Additionally, the Caballero boasted a longer wheelbase than the El Camino, providing more cargo space, making it a versatile choice for those needing both utility and style. Trim differences and unique emblems help distinguish it from its Chevrolet counterpart. Before we move forward, don't forget to tap the subscribe button to keep up with more content like this. Now, let's delve right back into the video. Number 17. 1975 Ford Econoline Pickup. The Ford Econoline pickup belonged to the third generation of the Econoline series, which was manufactured from 1975 to 1991. During this time, it underwent various upgrades and changes to meet evolving needs. One notable aspect of the Econoline pickup was its range of engine options, catering to different performance requirements. Initially, it was equipped with the 144 cubic inch Falcon 6 inline 6 engines, known for its reliability. As the model evolved, later versions offered more power with options like the 170 cubic inch Thrift Power 6 inline 6. and the larger 240 cubic inch inline-six engines. These engines differed in their horsepower ratings, with the smaller 144 cubic inch engine delivering modest power compared to the improved performance of the 170 and 240 cubic inch engines. In terms of transmission, most Econoline pickups were fitted with a 3-speed manual transmission, providing drivers with control over gear shifts. However, some later models were upgraded to include an automatic transmission, offering a more convenient driving experience, especially in urban settings. One of the distinctive features of the Econoline pickup was its cab-over design, which maximized cargo space while maintaining a compact overall footprint. This layout made it a practical choice for both urban driving and transporting goods, reflecting its versatility and suitability for various tasks. Number 16. 1974 Dodge Ram Charger. The Dodge Ram Charger, a tough and adaptable SUV, rolled off the Dodge production line from 1974 to 1993. It was built on a shortened version of the Dodge D-Series Ram pickup truck chassis. During its initial run, known as the first generation from 1974 to 1980, the Ram Charger showcased its durability and versatility. Sharing its platform with the Dodge Ram pickup, it offered a range of engine choices. These included the dependable 225 cubic inch slant 6 as the base engine, along with V8 options such as the 318 and 360 cubic inch versions of the Chrysler small block V8 LA series. For those craving more power, such as the 400 cubic inch and 440 cubic inch big block configurations. Transmission choices cater to different driving preferences, with a 4-speed manual and a 3-speed torque flight automatic. The Ram Charger's standout feature was its removable roof, providing an open-air driving experience. Some models even boasted a flip-up rear tailgate window. Its robust build, off-road prowess, and roomy interior made it a go-to choice for adventurers. Number 15. 1973 Chevrolet CK Big Ten Pickup. The Chevy CK Big Ten pickup truck was part of the third generation of the CK series, which first hit the roads in 1973 and stayed in production until 1987. This truck was a popular choice for many drivers during its production years. One of the standout features of the Big Ten was its versatility in terms of engine options. It was a half-ton, rear-wheel drive truck, offering drivers a range of choices when it came to power. These options included different engines such as V6 and V8. When it comes to engine displacement, which is the total volume of all the cylinders in an engine, the Big Ten had several configurations. For instance, the inline-six engine had a displacement of 250 cubic inches, which is equivalent to 4.1 liters in metric units. The small block V8 engine had a displacement of 307 cubic inches, about 5 liters, while the larger V8 engines boasted a displacement of 350 cubic inches, roughly 5.7 liters. In terms of horsepower, which measures the engine's power output, the Big Ten had varying numbers depending on the engine type. For instance, the 250 inline-six produced approximately 100 to 110 horsepower, while the 307 V8 generated around 115 to 130 horsepower, and the 350 V8 ranged from 145 to 175 horsepower. Transmission options for the Chevy CK Big Ten included both manual and automatic transmissions, providing drivers with flexibility in how they preferred to drive their trucks. Number 14. 1970 Ford Ranchero. The 1970 Ford Ranchero was a special vehicle that combined features of a car and a truck, offering both flexibility and style. It was produced from 1970 to 1971 as part of the 5th generation of Ranchero models. The Ranchero lineup had different trim levels to suit various preferences. The Ford Ranchero GT targeted the sporty crowd, boasting a wide laser-color stripe on the body sides and tailgate. The Ford Ranchero 500, on the other hand, was the most popular model with a simpler appearance. There was also the base Ford Ranchero, serving as the entry-level option. Except for the base model, all versions could be fitted with optional hidden headlamps. Under the hood, the 1970 Ford Ranchero offered various engine options. One notable choice was the 429 Cobra Jet V8 engine, known for its high performance. This engine, equipped with a Rochester 4-barrel carburetor, turned out an impressive 370 horsepower. When it came to transmission, drivers had several choices. They could opt for a 3-speed manual transmission, a 3-speed Cruise-O-Matic automatic transmission, or a 2-speed Ford-O-Matic automatic transmission. These different transmissions allow drivers to tailor their driving experience to their preferences and needs. Number 13. 1976 Jeep Honcho. The Jeep Honcho, a special edition of the Jeep J10 pickup truck, was available for purchase from 1976 to 1983. This unique version sported distinctive features such as eye-catching striping and decals, setting it apart from other trucks in the J-Series lineup. Buyers could opt for factory extras like the Levi's interior or a roll bar, adding to the truck's appeal. Under the hood, The Jeep Honcho inherited its power from the Jeep J10, offering a range of engine options including various V8 and inline-6 engines. One of the favored choices among buyers was the 360 V8 engine, known for its robust performance. Depending on the specific engine configurations, the horsepower output varied, with the 360 V8 typically delivering between 175 and 220 horsepower, influenced by factors like the year of manufacture and modifications made. Transmission options for the Jeep Honcho were diverse, catering to different driving preferences. Buyers could select from manual or automatic transmissions based on their individual truck configurations. This flexibility allowed customers to tailor their driving experience to suit their needs, whether for rugged off-road adventures or everyday commuting. Number 12. 1976 International Harvester Scout Terra pickup. The International Harvester Scout Terra was made between 1976 and 1980. It's like a smaller truck version of another vehicle called the Scout II. Unlike the regular Scout II, the Terra was built on a longer frame with a wheelbase of 118 inches. This longer base gave it more space for carrying things. The Terra had a tough and simple design, good for both work and fun activities. In 1976, when it came out, you could get it with either a gasoline or a diesel engine. The gasoline engine was a 304 V8. The diesel engine was a 196 inline-6. These engines had different amounts of power. The V8 made around 140, while the inline-6 made about 80. The Terra came with a 4-speed manual gearbox as standard, meaning you had to shift the gears yourself. If you preferred, you could get an automatic transmission, but most people stuck with the manual one. Number 11. 1971 GMC Sprint. The GMC Sprint was built from 1971 to 1977. It was a vehicle that combined the features of a pickup truck and a muscle car. The Sprint shared its platform with the Chevrolet El Camino, blending the practicality of a truck with the sleek design and performance of a muscle car. Under the hood, it offered engine options ranging from a 250 inline-6 to a 350 V8. These engines provided power outputs ranging from approximately 145 horsepower for the inline-6 to up to 270 horsepower for the V8 variants. The GMC Sprint's engine displacement varied from 250 to 350 cubic inches. Each engine option delivered different horsepower levels, with the inline-6 producing around 145, while both the 307 V8 and the 350 V8 could reach up to 270 horsepower. Transmission choices included a 3-speed manual, 4-speed manual, 2-speed automatic, and 3-speed automatic. Despite being often overshadowed by its Chevrolet counterpart, the Sprint had a notable impact on automotive design. Number 10. 1970 Chevrolet El Camino. The 1970 Chevrolet El Camino was an intriguing fusion of car elegance and pickup truck functionality. It was in production for a lengthy period, spanning from 1964 to 1987. During this time, it left a mark as a versatile vehicle choice for various needs. One of its standout features was its engine options. In 1970, buyers could opt for a 4.1-liter inline-6 engine. This engine, without any turbo or supercharger, generated around 110 brake horsepower at 3,800 RPM and 251 pound-feet of torque at 1,600 RPM. Power from this engine was channeled to the rear wheels through a 3-speed manual gearbox. This setup provided a blend of power and efficiency, making it suitable for a range of driving conditions. With a displacement of 4.1 liters, the El Camino's engine offered ample performance for its time. Its 110 horsepower output ensured decent acceleration and hauling capability. Paired with a 3-speed manual transmission, drivers can enjoy a balanced driving experience, whether navigating city streets or cruising on the highway. Number 9. 1971 Ford Pinto pickup. The Ford Pinto was produced by the Ford Motor Company in North America from 1971 until 1980. It was a compact pickup truck variant based on the Ford Pinto platform. One of its notable features was its engine options, which included a 2-liter inline-4 engine. This engine, without any turbocharging or supercharging, produced approximately 100 horsepower. This power generated by the engine was transmitted to the rear wheels through a 3-speed manual gearbox. The displacement of the Pinto pickup's engine was 2 liters, denoting the total volume of all the cylinders within the engine's combustion chambers. Specifically, the inline-4 engine in the 1971 Pinto pickup delivered around 100 horsepower, providing sufficient power for its intended use. The standard transmission for the vehicle was a 3-speed manual gearbox, which struck a balance between performance and fuel efficiency. Despite its controversial reputation stemming from safety concerns, the Ford Pinto pickup found acceptance in the market as an economical and practical option for light-duty hauling tasks. Number 8. 1942 Ford Cab-over engine. The 1942 Ford COE truck is a remarkable piece of automotive history. Made in the early 1940s, its production was halted in February 1942 due to World War II, as Ford redirected its efforts towards manufacturing materials for the war. This unique truck stands out for several reasons. Firstly, its cab-over engine design positions the cab directly above the engine, maximizing cargo space and maneuverability. particularly useful for urban deliveries and navigating tight spaces. Its distinctive appearance is enhanced by features like the waterfall front grille and Art Deco styling. Under the hood lies a flathead V8 engine, a trademark of Ford trucks, with a displacement of 221 and a horsepower rating of 95 horsepower. This power is transmitted through a spur-gear non-synchronized 4-speed manual transmission, with first gear boasting a stump pulling ratio of 640:1, prioritizing torque for hauling heavy loads. These attributes combined make the 1942 COE a notable and practical vehicle of its time. Number 7. 1972 Chevrolet Loadmaster COE. The 1972 Chevrolet Loadmaster cab-over-engine pickup truck is a standout example from the final years of the Chevy C10 series. Produced from 1967 to 1972, this model marked the end of an era for classic Chevy trucks, making it highly sought after by collectors. One of its defining features is its unique design, which places the cab directly over the engine. This configuration maximizes cargo space and maneuverability, making it practical for various hauling needs. The top-of-the-line Cheyenne Super Trim level offers luxurious touches like wood grain accents and full instrumentation, distinguishing it from other trucks of its time. Under the hood, the Loadmaster COE came with various engine options, including the powerful 454 big block V8 engine. However, the exact horsepower was around 270 horsepower. To deliver power smoothly, these trucks were equipped with a Turbo 400 automatic transmission, ensuring reliable performance on the road. Number 6. 1948 Dodge Job-Rated COE. The 1948 Dodge Job-Rated cab-over-engine pickup truck is a symbol of America's resilience and innovation after World War II. This truck, produced as part of the Dodge B-Series, was crucial during the late 1940s, powering the agricultural and small business sectors. Under the hood, the 1948 Dodge COE boasted an inline 6-cylinder engine known as the Chrysler Flathead. This engine had a displacement of 230 cubic inches, delivering around 102 horsepower and 190 pound-feet of torque. For transmission, the Dodge COE utilized a 3-speed manual transmission, ensuring reliable power delivery to the rear wheels. While it may not have been the fastest, its endurance and durability made it ideal for various tasks, earning its reputation as a dependable workhorse. In terms of design, the exterior featured sleek lines, a commanding grille, and rounded fenders, while the cabin was designed for practicality and durability, suitable for daily work. Technological advancements, like the fluid drive semi-automatic transmission, were notable features for its time. Number 5. 1941 Studebaker M5. The 1941 Studebaker M5 pickup truck, a part of the M series, holds a special place in automotive history. Introduced in 1941, it continued production until 1948, marking Studebaker's return to the truck market after a break. Its design featured unique elements for its time, like wind wing vents on the windows, giving it a distinctive look among American trucks during the World War II. The M5 boasted a sleek, aerodynamic shape, with a bullet-shaped nose inspired by aircraft design, seamlessly blending into the fenders. Under the hood, the M5 was powered by a 170 cubic inch inline 6-cylinder engine from the Champion series of passenger cars, generating 80 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. This engine, with a displacement of 170 cubic inches, delivered its power at 3,600 RPM. Paired with a 4-speed manual gearbox, the M5 had a payload capacity of 1,000 pounds and could reach a top speed of 75 miles per hour. These specifications made it a reliable workhorse for various tasks, from hauling goods to traversing roads of its time. Number 4. 1941 Diamond T Model 201. The 1941 Diamond T Model 201 pickup truck holds a significant place in automotive history. It was available for purchase from 1938 and stayed in production until 1949, with approximately 7,000 trucks built during this time. One notable aspect of this truck is its robust engine. It boasted a heavy-duty 236 inline 6-cylinder gasoline engine manufactured by Hercules. This engine generated 91 horsepower at 3,200 RPM and 190 pound-feet of torque at 1,400 RPM. The engine's displacement, measuring 236 cubic inches, contributed to its power output. In terms of transmission, the Model 201 came equipped with a Warner T9 4-speed manual transmission. To ensure reliable power delivery, it featured a Clark R650 full-floating rear differential. These components work together to provide smooth and efficient performance on the road. Additionally, the truck's 1-ton capacity was comparable to that of a Chevrolet 3800. Number 3. 1947 Willys Overland Jeep Pickup. The 1947 Willys Overland Jeep Pickup holds a special place in automotive history for its enduring legacy. It was in production from 1947 until 1965, available in various configurations like pickup truck, platform stake truck, chassis cab, or bare chassis. Powering this classic was the iconic L4 134 Go Devil engine, renowned for its reliability. This engine, with a displacement of 134 cubic inches, delivered 60 horsepower at 4,000 RPM and 105 pound-feet of torque at 2,000 RPM. For shifting gears, it relied on a 3-speed Borg-Warner T90 manual transmission, featuring synchro-mesh second and third gears for smoother transitions. With a wheelbase of 118 inches, the Willys pickup came in both 4x4 and 4x2 models, sharing the same wheelbase. Its pickup bed measured 79 inches in width and 15.75 inches in height. The four-wheel drive version boasted a gross vehicle weight rating of 5,300 pounds, with a payload capacity of 1 ton. During its production run, over 200,000 units of the Willys pickup were manufactured, making them a common sight on roads. Number 2. 1947 GMC C-Series. The 1947 GMC C-Series pickup truck holds a special place in automotive history after World War II. It was part of the Advanced Design Truck series, which began production in May 1947. These trucks marked a shift from the utilitarian vehicles of the pre-war era, prioritizing comfort and ease of driving. Underneath its hood, the C-Series boasted an inline-6 engine dubbed the Thriftmaster. This sturdy engine, with a displacement of 228 cubic inches, proved reliable and simple to maintain. Its power output ranged from 93 to 100 horsepower. One standout feature of the C-Series was its color options, ranging from Forester green to Omaha orange, with Admiral blue being particularly popular among buyers. The trucks came equipped with a 3-speed manual transmission, enhancing their utility and reliability as work vehicles. Number 1. 1947 Chevrolet Advanced Design. The 1947 Chevrolet Advanced Design pickup truck is an important part of car history. It was made from June 28, 1947 until March 25, 1955, when it was replaced by the Task Force series. The truck had a powerful 216 cubic inch Thriftmaster overhead valve 6-cylinder engine. This engine gave out 90 horsepower and 174 pound-feet of torque, making it reliable for work and daily driving. Its displacement, or the total volume swept by the pistons inside the cylinders, was 216 cubic inches. For transmission, the standard choice was a 3-speed synchro-mesh, though a 4-speed was also available. In 1954, heavy-duty 3-speed and the Hydra automatic transmission became options. The design focused on comfort and utility. The cab was made wider to provide more head and legroom, accommodating 3 people comfortably. The seats were adjustable for better driver vision, and corner panel windows reduced blind spots. Additionally, thicker dash and floor mats minimized noise inside the cabin. The truck bed featured stronger front panels and tailgates for heavy hauling. American pickup trucks have a rich history filled with innovation and, at times, downright goofiness. Which goofy pickup truck surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content like this. Thanks for watching.